Thanks for staying with us. So on the news this morning, Aliko Dangote has officially announced the commencement of petrol production at the Dangote Refinery. He expresses gratitude to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for permitting the sale of crude in Naira, presenting the first sample of the petrol to press. We have our correspondent, Eto, who is actually who is actually on standby at the refinery. Mr. Ikop, thanks for joining us. Hello, Ikop, are you there? Okay, so we're still trying to get him to be reconnected right now. But in the meantime, I'm excited. I mean, we've been waiting. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. It has finally come. Now they have started production. And we are very hopeful that this should impact the sale of petrol. However, the fears you expressed earlier this morning during the paper review, that marketers may or may not boycott. And if they boycott, it's still not going to elevate the issues we're having. Hopefully, they're able to buy from Dangote, and then we're going to see. But we're going to start seeing some numbers of how much the PMS will be now that Dangote is refining. We're going to be trying to get from our correspondent to give us an insight to the metrics that we're looking at from the refinery and see how they're selling, how they plan to sell, and what updates we have from the refinery. Once we have him connected, we'll let our viewers know. But what are your thoughts? Let me start with you, Nima.
Okay, so this is, for me, welcome. I know that monopoly is a dangerous side of the economy for us to be in, but that is a list of, it's like a lesser devil equation for me. Because the NNPCL has sole importer, it's not even better our lives because we're here. NNPCL sole importer status for me was, dealing with all the, varying prices, the inconsistent prices, and we welcomed it. But see, we owe $6 billion, and I cannot imagine how we got here as a sole importer situation. So I know if we leave the monopoly to happen, it can be dangerous. But that's the business of the NMDPRA, that's the former DPR, regulating, ensuring the quality, ensuring pricing, ensuring standard, ensuring that we don't fall victim of a monopoly, but that we have a refinery here that is possible to work here, and we're allowing international oil marketers or operators to dictate for us as a country that has the crude. If we do not have the crude, we are like UK. We can buy, they can buy 5,000 naira per litre in the UK because they don't have the crude. Any which way, not be their own. But this one we have is like having something, suffering for it. That one is beyond. And they should concern about our mental health. Somebody should do a mental health check analysis on the streets. We cannot be normal.
Dangote have no normal. He's not well. The guy is
Dangote humble. He come out, he shouts. Yes. Nigeria humble him. Nigeria's Africa's richest man. He's not even richest again. They say one South Africa. Because that's Nigeria, able to bring somebody down.
But this exciting news, I mean, so he was saying that the fact that the president insisted that crude should be sold to him in Naira, that absolutely has the capacity to reduce our forex demands.
You know, we talked about it when he was lamenting at the time. And one of the questions I raised is, why is he not being sold crude to in Naira? Because he is an African, he is a Nigerian. The crude belongs to, we have the crude here. Why are they trying to sell to somebody else? Probably people who have made their consultations, have booked all those international IOCs, trying to sell to them, and then they will now want to sell to Dangote. Why don't we have a direct transaction with Dangote because he owns the refinery?
Of course, we want
and
to make
sell
more money.
in Naira, And I'm very happy that the president stood his ground on that, and that is happening. But before this good news materializes, we are still going to buy fuel. I don't know how long it's going to take Dangote. Is it 2 days that they used to do the
fuel don't ready. They just begin to carry logistics. Yesterday I said
it's going to take a while.
No, but before
it happens, how much are we likely going to be buying fuel? There's no fuel anywhere. In fact, if I had not set out from my house earlier than usual today, I would have been very late. The roads were blocked. You see people parking on the streets, waiting for NNPC to open their filling station to sell. There is no fuel. So how much are Nigerians going to pay for fuel till Dangote starts supplying is what the question is.
Now is 1,200 right now in the filling station.
I think there's going to be that, there'll be stopgap measures in the interim. But I really do think that once they're able to iron out these issues of marketers, hopefully we can get this crude, refined petrol supplied to Nigerians across the nation. But my concern for selling the crude to Dangote in Naira? Because according to some reports I read some weeks back, in the early days, when they used to sell crude in Naira, Nigerians would use that money and export it. They would export the crude, and that's how they would export it and then sell it in dollars. So ripping off Nigeria. So we're selling to you cheap because ours. But we now use the opportunity, now find who want to buy crude from you, and you sell it to them in dollars. Who's going to benefit in this? So we also have to put measures in place to make sure that we know that Dangote is not going to do, hopefully will not rip us off. But we need to ensure that he's a businessman, but we must ensure that the crude he's getting in Naira, he is not also taking part of it, selling it in dollars to other countries. That's a problem.
What is our consumption?
That's a fear.
Ramatu. The Minister for State yesterday was reported in one of these online news as saying that, because the price has to go up because the subsidy or the landing cost we are paying is the cost of diversion of our petrol, imported petrol to other African countries. So we are paying subsidy for other African countries. So now they want to leave it. And he left that news at 1,200. But this morning I took it is about 1,405 naira. Makes sense. And so if you look at that one, what exactly is our local consumption? If our local consumption is certain, the president had signed provide crude oil to local refineries in Naira. That was what the president signed. He took it on this table. So we know that we have maybe 8,000 cars. I'm just guessing now. 800 cars, 8 cars in Nigeria.
Now we will know. We can't do that now. Now that we have these locally refined, we can be able to measure how much consumption Nigerians are actually having.
Dangote as a refinery, if he sells locally to Nigerians at a particular price, it's okay to divert. You know what I'm saying? That you can also cater to the entire West African country.
True.
You can do that. Let's not go to don't even export. No, we are saying, let's say they give it also at 600 naira. Let somebody go and sell it in Cotonou at 1,000 in business.
It's okay. That's business.
Let us know what the cost is and provide the fuel for us locally at a price. Cater to us first and worry about
sell your.
So the question. So I mean, Nigerians are saying they need fuel.
Well, the truth is that even if they are going to sell at the 1,400, how soon can the petrol be right now? Because we can't start talking about him diverting and all. We want the petrol now so that because very soon now, by tomorrow now, cost of everything will go up. And once things go up, bringing it down is a major problem. It's another wahala.
So we'd like to open our phone lines for Nigerians to call in to tell their experience concerning fuel. Call us on the numbers on your screen. We'd like to hear from you. What are your experiences? 081-764-1679, 090-241-63440. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read the tweets. We'd like to hear your own experiences so far. It was really difficult for me to get fuel yesterday.
So we have a queues right now facing the tank farms in Mijegun. Yesterday I couldn't get home. The small fuel I saved, I take and queued up. We have queues facing Kirikiri, Apapa now. You have trucks lining up from as far as the Solo. What am I saying? Solo. At Toyota, that's the airport road before you veil. Queuing all the way facing Apapa. Those tankers right now
start moving
to Lekki.
To Lekki side. They're going to block that road for us now.
I beg, no be blocked. They've learnt. I come to work. They've been there. So we find a way. It's just that yesterday there was a bit of call-up situation that was diverting them. So they stayed till that down Tata to veer into Mara Road and cause the traffic. But when we went back through Navy Town, I came through the same road. It was free up ahead. So they were waiting there. Now they should be facing Dangote Refinery and be bringing products. Yes, all of them should clear. That's how fast we can get the petrol. Because once they start going with the product. Supply. We should kick off supply. But we know the people in NNPCL. I don't know now cost of transport. But they're certainly not serving Nigerians with this 1,405. They no serve us.
Well, now cost of transportation has gone up. I heard that each drop is now about almost 300, just a small distance from a certain point, just a very little distance is now 300 naira.
Can somebody give us like a time frame when these things will, the fuel will stabilize?
I really wanted to get ECOP to give us an update, but you see, as a Nigerian, and I'd like to hear Nigerians' views, there are a few things from my own understanding right now, is that Dangote has started producing. Now, there are a few options. There are marketers who have already imported fuel at a certain price, and that's what we are seeing right now at the filling stations. Now, when you go collect from Dangote, it's likely to be cheaper. Now, when you collect from Dangote, now, based on the report you took this morning, some marketers might choose to boycott. others who don't might get it cheaper and be able to sell to us cheaper. So let the competition begin. Those who want to continue to retain their clients are international who's providing the refined products for them, it's fine. And those who are getting from Dangote, we will also find those and we can buy it for them. So that's the beauty of the competition. Eventually, hopefully NNPC can also buy. I was reading the papers that NNPC also will be buying from Dangote, because remember NNPC is the only one that's bringing in refined products for now. But I'm hoping it won't be exclusively to NNPC. That other marketers will also have access to
an opportunity.
So let me take this caller. Good morning, Hassan. You're live.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Morayo, let me buttress your point. Where the looting takes place, you have said it earlier, from the refineries. The second one is at the wellheads. The wellheads, people that are involved in exploration and production. That's number two, and many other areas. Look, the issue now is this. Our experience is terrible. We have Nigerians that are unpatriotic. We have the elite that are ready for the country to go on fire than for Nigerians to enjoy the dividend of democracy. And even the Dangote benefited from government reducing their refineries. He should be patriotic also and make sure Nigerians enjoy what Nigerian government did for him to build their refineries. And number three, we always talk about smuggling our product abroad. We smuggle it outside the country. The issue is this. We should include every actor that has anything to do with manning our borders. The customs, the immigration, and the police. We should I see nothing wrong. We should hold our hands and allow some people to be doing whatsoever they like. What is the job of controller of customs? Look, customs is an intelligence-based operational outfit.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Hassan, we lost that. Do you have any comments on social media?
Okay. Yeah. Let's quickly check. But in the meantime, we should please ramp up distribution. We need that distribution right now.
Taiwo says, please, Dangote should not sell for NNPC, I beg you. President, help us.
Well, NNPC is the only one that has the capacity to actually distribute nationwide properly. I mean, they probably have the most capacity right now. So,
but there are other smaller marketers who also buy and distribute. Hafsa says, Nigeria is in the hands of a few and they just do as they please, just like a toddler would do to her doll. It's a pity. I think she was responding to somebody.
I would like Nigerians to be excited this morning. I know right now it doesn't sound really exciting because of the pump prices right now, but this is what many of us have been waiting for years.
Yes.
For years. Today is actually a good day for us to celebrate and be happy that Dangote Refinery, a Nigeria-owned refinery, is working. We are happy about that. However, the indices that must be considered to ensure the prices of the petrol at the pump is minimal to us is what we should now begin to look, discuss, and address.
Okay, so the monopoly fear can be dealt with also.
Yes.
You can import as any marketer. You can choose. The independent marketers can continue to import. While we have the Dangote, compete option with them. The Dangote option, just as we had the NNPC stable pricing and the independent marketers and major marketers prices different. So you remember when it was 600, NNPC was at 560, major marketers was at 600 and something. Independent marketers were already selling 700. If you stop at Abuja, that's what they buy. Different prices. Let that competition really deregulate the market. Was that not what the regulation meant?
The market forces will handle it.
We knew when he released his aviation fuel, there were talks with independent marketers. We are taking Ipman on the papers, meeting with him to see how they can use to take advantage for supply. We saw major marketers also hold meeting, NNPCL hold meeting. So leave the markets open for people to come in, but let the products be available because the scarcity, the cost of that scarcity is too much for us to bear. Those 5 vessels that are on the water, if you release Dangote fuel today, they will release the fuel they carry come.
Yes,
because it's a cost that brings
it. Go crash their market.
Of course.
So you create that competition. They too will think twice before they give us price that will bury our necks, cut off our necks.
Okay, so Michael said NNPCL should just be a marketing company because that is all they know how to do.
Any other comments? I mean, we'll be wrapping up right now.
On the earlier topic on infidelity. Ayotunde says, totally agree that a lot of childbirth mix-up happen in Nigeria. It doesn't necessarily diminish the integrity of our women. What's involved much more is much more than meets the eye.
Okay, we're going to have to wrap up, but I think, as I said, today is supposed to be a very good day for Nigerians because we've been expecting, especially on this show, since last year, we're talking about it, we're expecting it to December, then they said January, then we kept Ajuri because on our show last year, he promised us December, but now, as of today, we have petrol that is refined in our country. So we're hoping that in the next few days, all the issues of the pricing will be stabilized, and then we'll have an idea exactly what Nigerians will be paying at the pump for their fuel. That's all we can take on the show this morning. Hope you learned a few things as we have. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.